So before then, let's look at some few issues. Remember, we were able to, we've done selection of variables and even observations. Remember, we use the names to subscript. Do you remember? Okay. So, selection of variables. Oh, so it can be variables or now. So let's take a data set like I think the last time we looked at the air quality, right? Yeah. Okay. So air quality data. Air quality data. Okay. Remember that if we want, let's say, solar, we can get solar by, let's say, if I want to select solar, I can do so by calling, okay, yes, it comes like this, solar. Is everybody okay? If I want more, yes, remember this, okay, let me do the head of the air quality. What I want to do now is, if, let's say, I want to select data, so the first one is ozone, the next one is solar, wind. Okay, so what I want to do is that I want to select, let's say, ozone, wind, and the temperature. How do I do so? Well, I can put all of them here as a over there. Is that okay? Then it will select those columns. Is that okay? Please, is everybody okay with that? Yes. Because this one will just be a vector. But I need more. I need solar. Which one did we say again? Wind. Then temperature. You could have also have done 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, yeah. But I said that's not a good way of selecting stuff. You can always use the names, it's better. So, what we have to do is that we will put this in a vector form, C, right? Then we have solar, let's even do day, so that they are not continuous, right? Right. You are joining today, right? Yes. Right. Okay, we will see. Yes.
The first comma, why is it there?
The first comma.
The first one before the
Remember that this is two-dimensional. Okay. So anything before the comma is for the rows, and then after the comma is for the columns. So we are selecting all rows. We want to get all the rows, all the observations, but we only want specific columns. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. So when we do this, if I run it now, let's call it S1A. Is that okay? Then let's do the head of S1A. You realize that we will no more have all the 6, but it will only be what? 3. Is everybody okay with this? So this is a case where you have a data set. You just want to take what? Only 3 columns, right? With their names. Okay. So that's one thing. So there are several ways. Usually there are several ways of doing the same thing in R. You go with the one that is easier for you. Okay. I can also do this. So I'll call this first method. We are just calling it like that. Now, alternatively, we can also use a second method, which is we can use let me call that one S2. We can do the same thing by using subset. Is that okay? what are we going to do? We are going to if we are using subset, what should we even do? Subset is good when we want to retrieve with some condition. Let's do when we have some condition to attach to it. So for example, well, okay, let's select okay, let's see whether this will work. Let me, because I usually will use this for the case where it must be logical. Yeah, so subset has to be some logical. So for example, let's say I want to subset, but I want all solar, okay, to be equal to, no, let's say all subset all of them with solar values greater than 150. Okay. Yeah. Then, so, okay. So I'll show you. So this one, if we check it, it will select only observations with solar 1 greater than 150. So look at the solar. You see all of them are above 150. So these are, you use a subset when you have a condition. Is that okay? Or we want to, sometimes they are, we can even have 2 or more conditions. Is that okay? So let me use the air quality itself. So air quality, so it won't be second method. Air quality with solar 150 and let's say, what else? With day, I think the days are repeated, right? Yes, and day equal to 1. Is that okay? So I want to check the air quality data. I want to select those with solar greater than 150 and they are in day 1. Is everybody okay with this? Yeah. So the subset is really good when we want to select. So if I do this, you see only 4. You see day 1, day 1, day 1. And look at their solar, 192, 86. Yeah, so the subset is quite good when we want to do such a scenario. But the selection, you can just use this to do that. Okay. Is everybody okay with what we are doing now? Because I want to move on to now include DPLYR. Please, are we okay? So whenever we have issues where we want to check with whether a data set, we want part of the data, but it must satisfy some conditions. we should keep subsets in mind. Is that okay? All right. Do you want to try one on your own? Okay, so you remember the CAS 93 data. Let's get all CAS 93 having no airbags. Do you get it? Yes, no airbags. But you can follow us, because this is new. But what you have to do is that whatever we are doing, you have to follow, yeah. And actually type. That's what I mean. You must type with us.
So, I want to absorb.
No, this one we don't absorb we work. So hands on. We're having, so I'll come round to help you install the packages.
I've done mine.
You've done the packages? Oh, okay. All right. No, I mean the packages, the one we just did.
Oh, okay.
Have you been able to connect to the internet?
Yeah,
The data, there's data, this thing you can also connect to it. It wasn't. Is it the password? The password is start at 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right, then that's fine. So, okay, what you are doing is that I want you to select CAS 93. Remember that data. It's in which package? Mass. Isn't it? Yeah, so you need to take mass. And select all CAS without airbag. Okay, should I add another condition? Yeah. Without airbags and with engine size, can you give me a value for the engine size? So that I will. But this is the big one. So this is what we are doing. There's no engine size. What you say? The engine size. I think it's gone down. Yes. Okay, no, with cylinders, the number of cylinders equal to 4.
Well, can you start again?
So we are selecting all cars with no airbags, and then also their engine capacity. Well, the cylinders should be less than 4, or at most 4. Yes.
I'm taking Take your time. Then you select. And that's how we do it. And then come on again. And then we should type then take your time. You can type it down so you can start typing the place. Then you select. So that no, the car line is very subsets. And there was another one, I think FSA. This is one down with GG plus select. No, it's but I think it takes it long because it can also take space. So just give space. Okay. And then GG or this one. Yes, now you saw so you see the new ones that you are airbags. These are the base. Without the airbags, I can do it. This one will be. You can type airbags. There's a mass and that's what I'm down. Okay, I can use them up. So that's the cars. All the installation has to have you been able to do some say cars like frame? So we want the cars with no airbags. So it means you have to go and look for airbag. An airbag should be equal to what? No. None. You understand? Is everybody okay with it? Yes. No. So if you see the class, you have to put the cursor on the phones when you press escape. Then the cursor is equal to or at most. It's still but when I start typing, the result, you have to the cast draw. So you can then either end rows or James. James will give you rows and columns. So James of the cast, which is the dimension. So let's all do it together. So now we can. Yes, you've gotten it. Good, okay. So we wanted to get cars with no airbags and cylinders less than or equal to 4. Is that okay? This is what we want to get. Okay. So what do? We'll call cars 93. Yes. You have to use less than and equal to. Yes. That's. It's still not. Oh, okay. Then the cylinder is not a value. Do you get it? So we can only use equal to. So if you go to cylinder, will be just I think character, nominal values. So 1 means maybe 1 cylinder or something, but it's not. In other words, you cannot. It's a numeric. That's why I'm telling you that. Yes, that's what. So we can say that 1 represents those who are wearing yellow. 2 is those who are wearing black. So if you add 3, does that mean the black and yellow become red? That's the sort of thing, yeah. So this is a nominal scale. That's why it's telling you that. So I can only say cylinder equal to 4, and that will work. Okay, so that, what do? We'll call cars. No, we use subset, right? Subset. Then we call the cars 93. Then we put a comma. So what are we doing? We said airbags. And once in select, what was it? The airbag, what is the spelling?
Airbags.
Airbag together.
Yeah, but is it B, capital B? Good. So you have to be careful. Otherwise, you won't, and then equal to what? None. Is it like this?
Yes, sir.
The spelling must be right, otherwise you won't get it. And cylinders, capital C, yeah. Equal to what? 4. Okay, like this. So let me see. It worked. Okay, so I can see.
So this one, the cylinder guy is splitting into 4.
4, yes. Because yes. So I think what they got was this. If you do it this way, it doesn't work, right?
Yes, sir.
It tells you no meaningful for factor. So the cylinder is a factor, which means it's either the ordinal scale or nominal scale. So let's say cast number 4. Oh no, I have to take equal to, and that this is why I don't use equal to do assignment. Okay, so now is it done? Please, your name. Romeo. Okay, all right. Is the installation done? It's still doing it. So you type once it is done. When you work it will. Okay, so that's it. So now if I display this, you realize that all the cylinders will be 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Where is the cylinder? You see? There it is. Have you seen? Cylinders is all 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And airbags, none. So this is very important when you want to use what? Conditions. Is everybody okay with this? All right. Can we move on? So now the DPLYR package. Okay. Now, so
Bro, sorry.
yes.
So if you don't want the airbags to be displayed at all, I mean, if you want the column to go grab, so
If you want to take it off,
take it off. You don't want it to appear.
then that one we have to use the position. Yeah, so that's but if you don't want to use the position by counting, we can also use which to search for it. Do you know what I'll do? I'll call which. I can also use the call names. So to get the number automatically, I'll use which call names of it's cars 93, right? Equal to what do you say? Airbag, right? Good. Airbags like this. So what is going to happen is that the call names will be all the names of the. Have you seen all this? Then so the first one is the first column is manufacturer, then the model, then the type, the minimum price, and so airbags is 9. So I can read through and check 9, but if I don't want to do it, I can do it this way. That which one is this, and it tells me 9. Is that okay? So, for example, the data we use on the mortgage, it has over 111 variables. You can't be counting, to be checking what is the position. If it is 80, imagine but you can just set for the number automatically. So if I want this, then it means I can take, let's say, cars number 4, right? And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put negative of this. Let's say this is index. So then index is 9, right? So if I put cars negative index, it is going to take out. It's going to take out the airbags. Does it answer your question? Yeah. So there's always a workaround. And if we check this, we will not see any airbags. There's no airbags. Yes.
Please, my eye is not right.
Your
When I try running this,
because it's retrieving an installation.
so I have to wait.
Wait.
Okay.
I think the packages that will. One of them, Tidy Bears and the GG plot is quite large. Yeah.
So the IND is just the position of what? The airbags. It's the 9th column. I don't want to be counting. We could have done so, but if you have a larger data, remember the data we want to deal with. We want to deal with very large data that cannot even fit on our laptop. So how do you then go and be counting columns? It doesn't make sense. So you have to always find a way to do things automatically. Yeah. So I look for the position of that in the names, the column names, and it's the 9th. So I'll pass it through the argument and negate it, because if it's negative, it means you are taking it off. Yeah.
Can you use the same approach to indicate which columns you want to show?
Which ones you want to show? Yes. The ones you want to show is just like the selection.
Yeah, I thought maybe this which position
Yes.
will be able to show those columns, or it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it really searches for the position of something. Yeah. But you can search for more than 2 positions. Okay. So we've been able to do selection. Sorry. We are here to do this one. So what if we want to add rows, columns? Okay, so let's quickly do that. Adding rows and columns. So if we are adding rows and columns, remember we can use what? C bind and R bind. Is that okay? Yeah. What does C bind? What do we achieve with C bind? It has columns, yeah. So if we have a matrix already, we can attach a column to it using C bind. And we can also attach rows using what? Rows. Okay. But when it is a data frame, it becomes difficult. For data frame, we can attach columns, but when it comes to rows, there's no function to do that. Okay? There's a way to merge them and so forth, but it makes it easier if you use DPLYR. So there's merge two data frames. So if you are merging two data frames by common columns or rows, or do not do versions, so this is how merge looks like. Okay, so we can go and get some comment. So we can use what they have over here. So we can run the examples and see how merge works. So we can go through this if we can do that quickly. But there are easier ways of doing this in DPLY. So C bind, R bind, we know how that works. So we won't waste time on it. But so if you like, let's just copy what is here. So you do question mark merge. Question mark merge. So merge gives us, it helps us to merge what? Data frames. As for matrix, we can use a C bind and R bind. If it's a data frame and you use C bind, it changes it to what? A matrix. C bind, R bind. So for data frames, you use merge. And you can merge, intersect names for matrices. C bind and R bind, yeah. So you can use it for a data frame, but just added to change the format to a matrix. So if you don't want that, you use a merge. Okay, so let's look at these examples. So let's copy, and I'll show you how these are done. So let's copy all of it from there and put it in our R. So I'll take some off just to help you understand. So if you look at this, it has data on authors. So what is that data? If you, the author has a surname, nationality, and deceased, whether the person has died or not. So if we do this, okay, and we run, we are going to get authors as a data frame. So you see surname, nationality, okay, and disease. Yes, no, no, no. Is everybody okay with that? This we know already. How to create data frames, we know. The next one is author number with author's name. RM means remove. Is that okay? All right. So now, if I do this, what happens is that it takes authors, and then name is assigned what? Surname. Then we remove the surname. So you see, this is just renaming. So see the way within is also a function. So within, if you want to rename, when we get to DPLY, we are going to do so with let's say rename to do so. All right. So yes.
When you run the first one,
Yes.
the name was the first column.
Good.
Now,
Yes. Good. Because now what we are saying is that with authors, we are taking once we take it, we are renaming and we are removing the surname. So if you remove it, okay. So what happens that the first one it will attach it. If you look over here, so within authors, attach name as well surname. So it means it to go to the last end. Then we remove surname. Surname is the first one at first. So we will just get nationality and then deceased and then the name comes in. So that's what has been done. Okay. So another way of when you get, it's not every time that you are going to write code. People will write codes. Let's say you work with colleagues, they will write codes and then you have to write. You need to understand. So some of these things that we are doing are now codes that have been written, and we are going through to understand what the code is doing. Okay. So now, can you tell me what this will do? This. Books. Let's look at it, and can you tell me what the books?
Title of that.
Okay. So I want to reduce it so that we don't have the long. It's not too long. Yeah. So exploratory data analysis in statistics we say EDA. All right. And then modern applied statistics. Yeah, that's Venables and these are actually books. They are books for So let me just reduce it a bit. Then lift start, special stats we can, so that we don't have it, and then stochastic simulation, interactive. So this is IDA. IDA, and then intro to R. Which one will be long? I think stochastic simulation. Okay, so we can do this. So it means this data frame will have how many this thing? How many columns? 3. Good. So now I think we understand whatever is going on. So books. Good. Yeah. So if you look at books, name, title, and author. So some authors do not have any. There are no authors. Other authors. Yeah. So the name of the author is there, but there are no co-authors. Okay. All right. So now let's move on. Now, if you look at author, name, and books, we can then merge them. Is that okay? Remember that let's go to the author name. The author name, if you remember, is this: nationality, disease, and then the name of the author.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if you check this, the names are also there. 2K is the first one, Venables, then Tierney, and so forth. So we are not going to get duplicates. Okay, let's see. So there were three merges. Let's see. The way they will be done. So let's see how the first one was. So you see the name, nationality, deceased, title, author. There's no repetition of name and name. Is that okay? So that's the merging. So you take this, you take that, you put them together. Only the distinct informations are merged. Then the M1, we can also see authors, then books. By X, we want the surname. By Y, we want name. So this one, we are going to get the names. Surname, McNeil. Nationality, deceased, no. ID, other author, no. Okay. So, pardon me. Yeah, I think basically you get the same. But replay, I think it repeats. Yeah, so you have McNeil, then replay. Because that person has two books and so forth. And then to K, Venables, yeah, it's kind of the same. But if you change this, let's see what happens. M2, let's see what M2 is. Oh, it's the same, right? So it doesn't really matter which one you bring first. But essentially, that's merge. Okay, the rest we can do it later on when you have time. But essentially, what I wanted you to know is that we can put data frames also together to what we call merge. Okay. So now we spent too much time on this. Let's now talk about the DPLYR. Oh. So the DPLYR package enables us to do store and do data wranglings with ease. Okay. It has what they call core verbs. So it's like DPL, we call them grammar of data now. So what it does is that, and we'll talk about graphics, right? Earlier we were plotting histograms and so forth. When we start ggplot2, we are going to look at it from the grammar point of view. So it's like a language. English language, if you are studying grammar, you have a subject, you have verb, you have this. That's how this is done. It breaks them into what? Various categories. So when you are plotting, the labels are different things. You remember the characters you are using, the geometry and so forth. We'll break them into various categories and we can be adding on to it. So that it's what we call the verbs. So if it is a language, then it's going to get verbs, right? So the verbs of DPLY. Okay. So the first one, A, is called select. So there's a function called select. What will we use this one for? We will use it, just the name, as the name goes, to choose what? Variables. And what are variables in R? These are the columns, right? So when we want to select, it means we want to select what? Columns. Okay. Then D, we have filter. So we are going to use also the verb filter. What do you think filter will do? It will filter. Then you are begging the question. So you use the same word to explain it. Okay, so that will be used to select rows. So remember the select is for columns, which is variables. Then filter is for what? Rows. Yeah. Or to subset rows. Then C, we have mutate. What is it? If you are mutate means what? Mutate. The word mutate is to do what? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So what we use mutate to do is to add or modify. Remember, they say the HIV virus, they just mutate. So if you get this medicine to now kill it, and then it will change its structure, and then it cannot. The next day you can't kill it. Okay. So mutate is to what? Add or modify. Okay, so that's what we'll be using mutate to do. And then the next one, D, is summarize. In R, we use summarize to do what? It's a description, like descriptive statistics, right? So here, we will use summarize to do when we want to compute something. Okay, so we will be doing aggregation, how to aggregate, and we aggregate by adding, subtracting, and what have you. Okay. Then we also have arrange. So arrange, of course, it will be what? To sort, reorder rows, and so forth. So reorder rows. Okay, and then lastly, there's also a function called group by. Group underscore by. So what is this? Split data by category. So sometimes we want to be able to split the data set, based on some category. So, for example, the airbags, we can split them into those cars that have airbags, cars that do not have airbags, and cars that have, I think it was drivers only, and then driver and passenger side. Yeah, so we can split them into those groups. Now, in R, we also have what we call piping or the pipe operator. The pipe operator. So the pipe operator is like this. We have the $sign, this and that one. So this is the pipe. What we mean by pipe. Oh, today this thing is pipe. So is like this. Yes, the percentage greater than 10%. So that's what we mean pipe. Okay. Okay. So we're going to use this one to do most of the things we want to do. Okay. So we want to use DPLY. So let's see. Remember the cars. We selected what? Cars with airbags. Cars without airbags. And then what again? And then cylinder equals 4. Okay. So let's see. Cast 93. Pipe. Okay, the way we do this is that when you do this, you go to the next one. Then remember, select, we use select to do what? To choose variables, right? Good. But we can choose variables who are which satisfy some conditions as well. So select. Or maybe filter, right? We want the rows. So if we are selecting, then we have to use the other one. Which one did we even select? Which one did we select? Where we selected some variables. That was not the cast.
No, that was the air quality.
Air quality, okay.
Solar air.
Good, okay. So then I should use air quality. Air quality. So I can select.
That's
So we are selecting solar. You see now we can see solar, which again? Wind, right? And then we can select day. Okay. So if I do this, you see it has selected it, and I can give it a name. So you see how this is quite simple. Remember, select was to select variables, right? So you call the name, select, and the variables you want to select, you put it in there. So this is just like the not the subset, it's the other one that we did. Yeah. Okay.
I want to put them into inverted commas. What time?
Into inverted. The other one, because we call the name, we have to pass it through as, but in pipe you don't need to. It's like, you see, we call air quality. So whatever we are doing now is in that air quality data. So you don't need to put it in inverted commas again. You can call the columns by its name. So it's quite interesting. But this is for only variables. If we want to do rows, what are we going to use? Filter. So we need to understand the verbs to work with. Yeah. Yes.
I'm getting an error.
What does it say?
Unused arguments.
You have to check. Did you do the air quality like this?
Yes.
Okay. I hope you have not stated any. So rerun it again. Let's see. Oh, did you? You have to do library DPLY. Have you done so?
I think I've checked it.
You checked it.
Yes.
You checked it.
Yes.
Okay, rerun this. Let's see. Check if everything is okay like this, because it should work. It didn't. Okay, I have to come. Have you gotten it? No one. Yes, you have to make sure the spellings are also right. Have you checked the spellings?
Listen,
Okay.
it came up with a
So can you go to the CAS 93 and select CAS 93, select airbags. Then you check whether she's always with that.
have to see it as well. Go untick the DPL for that. We need to go to the. Okay, so untick it. And then take it. And then run. Don't select. Just put your cursor anywhere. Where it is okay, right? It's a function. It's like a function. That's
So is everybody okay with it? So I said in cars, let's select airbags, cylinders, and manufacturer. So cars 93, airbag, cylinders, and manufacturer. Just copy from, you just display the head of the cars 93, then you copy the column names so that you don't make mistakes. Are you done? Yes, we're able to do it. So, okay. Let's see another one. So the same data, the one you did was a CAS 93, right? So let's also select cars with prices less than 30,000. So how are we going to do that? We do cars, we bring our pipe, then now we are selecting with the condition. So which one should we use? No subset. Look at the grammar we talked about. Filter, good. So we are going to check all those with prices less than. So it's like we are selecting rows satisfying the condition. Is that okay? All right. So filter. Okay, with what? A price less than what? 30. So let's see. There we go. So if you look at the price, I think less than, let me do it less than 20 or so that we get small. 20. No, the cat. Even that there are many. So let's take greater than 40. Is that okay? We just want to get one that there are not many. So we actually see what we are doing. Yes, 40. So only 3. Yeah, only 3 cars were greater than 40,000. So you see, when we go to the price, we will check. So you see the price, 40.1, 47.9, and what? 61.9. Is everybody okay with what we are doing? Yeah, so this makes it easier. And you can add on. We can filter and come and add another. That's the beauty of the pipe. You can do multiple things. Maybe when I finish, I want to now find the average, let's say the, maybe group them into other, or summarize something. We can continue. The maximum. We can also go on and do the maximum. Yes. So that we are going to, maximum will be, is an aggregate, right? So I think we will use summarize. Max. Price. Let's see. Yes. So you see I've gotten it. So you see the way, this is the beauty of the pipes. In the base R, we need to do it either with a function or do it, but this one allows us to just keep on going. So you can keep on, you select, you do whatever you want to do, and so forth. Yeah, so that's it. So what I have done is that I've selected prices of cars greater than 30, and I've found what? The maximum. I can even find the average price within the ones, yeah. But that is summarized. Remember, summarize was what? To aggregate. Yeah, so that's how you go around it. And we can go on, we can move on and on and on. So that's the beauty of the pipe. So I'll give you, I'll send you this. It's just a simple generation of fisheries, like fisheries data, and then we do some, we'll go through it with some of these stuff. Okay, or you, okay, I can put a soft copy on your page. Then you do it. You can go through it. It will generate some fisheries data. And then you calculate, you select, you do this. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, so that's it. I think for today, I'm giving you some time off. Yeah. Okay, please, any question? Yeah. So when you should be practicing with this, okay? Just practice around it.
So
Are you,
after
yeah.
in the pipe, so when you want to maximum price.
Yes.
So this is maximum of price greater than 40.
Yes.
But we don't have to bring it again.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, you can do anything over there. I can add on. Okay, I can add on and check even yes, all those stuff. Yeah.
So that means all
the aggregates should be within. So here we can what else do we have in there? We can talk about the minimum minimum what are some of the, let's go in and check.
So that means everything.
Length, even length. So I can also check the minimum length. Right, and what again? Average of the wheelbase. So you can do all that. And you can even name this one. So I can say mass dot price is equal to this. Okay, and then here I can do min dot what? Length is equal to min length. So I can go on and on and on and on. Anything. What else do you want to do? Average what? Let's see this one. This is fuel tank capacity. I think that one will also be revolutions per mile. So we can find the average AVG rev will be mean this one. So I come there and I copy. Okay, so it's up to you. You can just play around it as you want. Okay, so if I do this, you see? So the pipe allows you to just, so mass price is what? 61. Minimum length, 185. Average revolution. In the base one, we have to write a function to be doing it. But this one just helps you to just be adding on and on and on.
So what we are doing is the data run.
Yes, these are the data wranglings.
So we are data wranglers.
Yeah. So you have to tell data, you have data. Okay. Have a good night and